even to get 10 minutes right now.
And so you'll see, I mean, Ghana, being in a position with this sort of exhibition center, which is 20,000 capacity. That's almost 10 times the capacities we have now. That opens a whole new avenue for creative arts, for tourism, for exhibition, hosting conventions and conferences. It's a big market for doing so. Ghana is a very attractive destination, and we are going.
Busiafo say and then da we dey kan share ya mama kwa by the bar freezy TV and then we ya be mo trade fair mama sha this is a new project omo koso ye dey ho adwuma I no mo ye in such a way be fanipa over 10,000 capacity for the creative arts musical conference big conferences Madam Dr. Agnes and then Magdan and I'm Minister of Trade and Tourism. This is trade fair. Trade fair. As I said, that was it's ongoing, and His Excellency Vice President Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia Etonen Sabaha. Say a project so the more pictures no maybe our movie the whole thing is going to look like, and it's going to be a big conference, a big place for the trade industry, tourism. It's going to be conference room and all. So therefore movie I need basifa ayere akono na almost say it will take them no more than 8 months to finish this whole project. It's a very big project. See, it's a very nice, innovative, building and idea for the music and arts and creative industry as well. So some of the movie, celebrities were here, and Onabo Makokreko and also the PM Kalybos, Asare, and in evangelist and someone, and also the name Betechi and Gloria Safomun so by so this is how the whole place looks like. It's a very big conference center. It's very big. It's ongoing though, and I'm gonna say less than 8 months and up to 8 months they will be able to complete it. And we have the speech whereby another Dr. Mahmoud, His Excellency Vice President, he was really confident and he stated that he's going to win the election and he will come back here to commission this project. So for example, the Mamosha, the place is really big. It's a very big place. So I'm seeing people to me acquire the baby almost 10,000. It's Mamosha. And I think that this buildings no see one maybe better the conference rooms. Maybe washrooms, changing rooms. Near there, they will also be having events over there, and here for smaller crowd. But this big one, is actually going to be a big conference hall. They can even host trade fair staffs here, the trading staff, and all that. And see, me don't be here now. Me the speech necessary. We are not crowd necessary. On the mama speech necessary. Na the bebremo. And therefore, Madam Masina, make sure you say mon comment, liking, na mon subscribe to Frenzy TV. Madam Masina, Macramo. Bye.
You're going to get 10 minutes, right?
Can you push it?
Yes, it did. Actually, all this work is since March. Since March of 2020. So in the next 6 months, 8 months, I'll take you.
We carry your bag. We don't give up. This is a new project going on, guys, whereby His Excellency Vice President Dr. Bawumia is here to inspect. So it's actually Ghana Trade Fair Convention and Exhibition Center.
Thank you very much.
So we are here, and he's here to.
Chairman McDan, my good friend, who is here.
He's here with
CEO
McDan,
of the Trade
CEO
Fair. Agnes,
Trade Fair, also is here.
Members of the Ghana Trade Fair Board, the Minister for Tourism, the Deputy Minister, and everybody here, present members of the press, the workers here. It's a very good day for me to be here today to see the status of the work that is going on here in the construction of the Ghana Trade Fair Convention and Exhibition Center. This has been a project, as was said earlier, that has been envisioned for a very long time. That government after government has not been able to execute this particular project. It is a very much needed project because we believe that some of the key pillars for the growth of this economy lie in tourism and the creative arts. But you just don't become a tourism hub or a creative arts hub by saying so. You must have the necessary infrastructure to support the growth of that industry. And when you look at Ghana today, the largest auditorium that people tend to play in is less than 3,000, isn't it? Yeah, about less than 3,000 people. And so if an artist has to play, you have to bring in an artist to play, and the capacity is 3,000 people. That means they have to charge much higher prices to make up for their costs. So you tend to see the costs for shows and so on being high. That doesn't bring up the demand because the cost is high, and therefore they don't make the necessary or the requisite revenues or profits for their businesses. And so you'll see, Ghana, being in a position with this sort of exhibition center, which is 20,000 capacity. That's almost 10 times the capacities we have now. That opens a whole new avenue for the creative arts, for tourism, for exhibition, hosting conventions and conferences. It's a big market for doing so. Ghana is a very attractive destination, and we are going to be in a position with AFCFTA also here, that synergy between hosting the AFCFT Secretariat here. A lot of trade issues are going to be discussed here, a lot of conferences. We see Ghana as a real center for many conferences, for many exhibitions, for many creative arts shows and so on. We already have our December in Ghana and beyond the return and so on. So you see so many opportunities that will help grow this economy. And so we are very, very excited. I wanted to come here to see. I had a previous meeting a few weeks ago with Agnes in my office to get an update of where we were. She gave me an update, and I said, well, I would like to come and see for myself where we really are. And I must tell you, I'm very, very impressed. I want to thank the contractor, the consultant, and the workers and the management for where they've gotten us to today. You may not realize it, but this is very, the work is very advanced. But you may look at this and may see a shell, but all the, amenities have been provided. The roads, the fiber, the water, the electricity, everything. And so what they are telling us is that in the next 8 months, this project will be complete. And we are going to hold them to it. And I'm hoping by the grace of God that I will come and commission this project in September. We will hold them to within the next 8 months that this will be completed and will come to. So I want to take this opportunity to reassure the creative arts industry, because I know, talking to you and what we said we were going to do to build this type of facility, because one of the biggest problems that the creative arts industry has is the space, to actually do shows, to bring in people and all of that. That constraint is real. But I want to assure you that by the grace of God, with the continuation of this project, we should have something for you in 8 months' time that is world class. That is world class. And I also want to take the opportunity to make the point that what is happening in trade fair today and why we have been able to make the progress we have made, and we are 8 months from completion, is because of the new approach that we've adopted in bringing on board a private-public partnership. That has been a game changer. And as I have said in our manifesto, this is the way forward for Ghana. And I'm going to do more, to bring more in the private sector, to take out of government expenditure 30 billion Ghana cedis each year in favor of the private sector. Each year, 30 billion, so that the private sector is able to do a lot more and do that, so that we support the private sector. Without the private sector, we wouldn't be this advanced. So I want us to understand this new model that we are trying to implement in many things, and I want the private sector to really be center stage in most of the things that we are going to do in the infrastructure space and so on going forward for this country. I'm very optimistic, and I thank you all for this. And I also want to thank our incoming MP for Ladade Protocol and Joseph here for being here and for supporting. God bless all of you. Thank you very much.
Also, we didn't move also.
Ago.
Honorable.
Please, we are about program. Public service announcement, please. I've been asked to tell all of us visitors that before we leave, let's take out our PPEs and leave it on our chairs. This is not a keepsake. This is for work. But Your Excellency, I want to stand on all existing protocols to thank you so much for your time, for being here. Today we are here, myself, my Deputy Minister, and members of the Creative Arts Fraternity, to really, as they say, Yagani, see for ourselves that what has been promised, that you're going to have a world-class convention center, is in the works and it's going to happen. This is very exciting because over the last few years, one of our strategies as a tourism ministry, under the ministry, is to position Ghana as a MICE destination. Meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions. And as we work on that strategy, infrastructure becomes critical. Where are we going to hold these meetings? Where are we going to hold these conventions and exhibitions? And I know the work that my sister, Dr. Agnes Edu, and the team, the board have put in. And so being here today with active arts sector players, see Kalybos here, I see Diana Samoa here, all of you coming to see George Quay and the rest, that indeed this is possible. And that come next year, we'll be back here to commission. So Your Excellency, I'm here to thank you so much for your time, to thank all of you, especially members of the creative arts sector, also available to be here today. We thank you. May God bless us all. Thank you. So, Dr. Edu, I think you can end it up for us with a few sweet words, and then we'll take it from there.
Your Excellency, right now the Queen Mother's Foundation are greeting His Excellency the Vice President. Your Excellency, once again, thank you for this morning. We take much of your time. Thank you, the press, everybody who made this day possible. Hope to see you in 8 months to commission the Trade Fair Center. Thank you.
Let's come back. Come back. It's possible. Kalybos, it's possible. When you are done. Okay. Oh, please, madam, come forward a bit. Please come forward. Thank you. Let's come back. Come on.